If something appears off, it probably is. If it doesn't feel right, listen to your instincts. What might they be telling you? If your senses are trying to warn you, don't do it. And if something doesn't seem right, stop it. Your gut is an incredibly powerful tool. It knows what's right for you, and it'll tell you if something isn't as it should be. You might have a nagging feeling about something or someone that turns out to be right. And when your gut tells you to do something, even if it seems hard or scary at first, like quitting your job, listen to it. If something just feels off, there's probably a reason why, and most of the time, those gut feelings are correct. Sometimes we try to ignore our instinct. It is important to note that all of us have instincts and we would do well to act on their instruction. We are born with them, and they are a part of who we are as human beings. But sometimes, our instincts get buried deep within us because we have been taught not to trust them. We have also been taught that it is best to ignore them because they can lead to misunderstandings and cause conflict between ourselves and others. In order for us to survive in society, we must be able to suppress our instincts at times in order to fit in with what is expected of us. Often this means suppressing our feelings or ideas based solely on the fact that there is no way for us all to agree on everything 100% of the time, unless you live alone or are never exposed or influenced by anyone else's opinion ever again. This doesn't mean that ignoring your gut feeling will always be bad though, it just means being aware when something doesn't feel right so you can make informed decisions about what actions should be taken next based off what your intuition tells you, either directly through intuition itself or indirectly through logical reasoning performed after consulting information from other sources. Speak up when something doesn't feel right. But speaking up is often easier said than done, right? Especially if you are the lone voice of sanity in a world that seems to be losing their heads. Indeed, there is a lot that stops us from speaking up: fear of being wrong, fear of what people will think, fear of what you'll think later. But if you don't speak up when something doesn't feel right, you may live to regret it later. You can always say sorry if you were wrong, but it is preferable to eat humble pie and learn than carry your true thoughts and feelings around with you unexpressed. Go with your gut in order to avoid what-ifs and maybes down the road. Trust your gut. Your gut is telling you something, and it's important to listen to what it says. Don't second-guess yourself or let anyone else influence your decision. You know what's best for you, so don't let someone else tell you otherwise. Don't be afraid of making a mistake or failing. Everyone does at some point in their lives, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the world.